good night. So, I haven't played around with Freya enough to know how I would be holding this. I probably wouldn't be holding the stairs, because your main firepower is your power shot instead of your primary. I don't... Maybe I'd be playing behind the cart? I'm not too sure.
If I'm being honest, I feel like I should be where the diva is, and Ace should be where I am. Or Ace should just be up where I am with me, holding this bridge.
I think I would have to get out very quickly if I was there. Like maybe 1 or 2 shots and then leave.
Honestly, I don't think I would like Freya up here. I do think, like, yeah, you just take your couple pot shots and then back out. Honestly, depending on the tank, I might play here. I don't know. No, I can't really give good positional tips for Freya because I haven't really fucked around with her too much.
I think like you can position pretty similarly to how you would on like Sojourn, probably. I think. So I think there are a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
Hey, Sandwich, can you back up to that defense? I wanted to see where that thing you and I were talking about earlier.
Oh, I'm gonna get kicked. Let's see. Are you already dead? No, where the fuck are you? What?
Is this when he re-W keys into the enemy team? Yeah, it is. He's right there in between the Junker Queen, their Juno, and the bridge.
Yeah, I never saw that moment, so I don't know where or when it would be.
Just back up before they push under the bridge. I just want to see. Yeah.
So.
Okay, yeah, just play from here.
Because this is after Ricky saves your shit with a beautiful Suzu. Yeah, I have no idea where that is.
Okay, I think Ricky died before me. Okay, because that was I just remember saying she couldn't see me. I'm like, okay, wait. So they pushed around the other side.
Frick, by the way, right there, the Pharah just saved your life. Hold on. I I went.
I won't
way
lie, I
too
was
far.
wondering the same thing in Lifetime.
Yeah, you're fucking dead here. If the Pharah didn't boop you, you're
No, I
falling
catch
in the
that.
void.
No, I catch that ledge.
No.
I got float time. Anyway, keep going.
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, there I was going in the void.
Oh yeah, you were. Also, side note, Rick, you're a little early when you chase the Pharah in the air. You pop your rockets early.
I would also like to point out, he swaps to McCree and instantly gets a 3K.
Shut up. We're
That's
having
my
a
Twitch
great
character.
game. I had to find the point and click adventure that was right for me.
Yep. Oh, here it comes. I love how many times you put down the fucking queen like a dog.
I'm not above solo ulting.
I'm banned from playing Tracer.
So, Tree, you brought up you brought up Brick coming topside. Did you want to talk about it again, or did you get over that?
Oh, I mean, I guess my damage with it was you called to come back up here, right? To like help us hold up here. And then like we just don't do anything with it. Like you fly up here, get kind of rickrolled, and then leave.
I don't remember. I'll play it. We'll see what happens.
You literally go, I'm coming up here. You remake and go, I'm coming up here. And I go, okay.
And then you just leave.
Oh yeah, because that was antied in a kill box with a 4v1 looking at me.
Yeah, but
Because you got forced to the cliff. You were dead.
So my grief with it, if you want to pause it, was I had repeatedly been saying the Pharah has her ult. And like that was the high priority thing of going into this fight, because we knew that she had it for at least a fight and a half or 2 fights at this point. So I was like, hey, Pharah is gonna have her ult. We come up there, and I guess it was the fact of like your focus, in my opinion, should have been on the Pharah, wherever the Pharah was going to be.
I probably just didn't see her. I didn't know where she was going to be.
I
just
mean,
assumed the team
I'm not
was gonna
saying leaving. I'm not saying
push
leaving
top castle.
payload and coming up there was necessarily wrong. What I'm saying is like our approach on like how we went about it was pointless, because you went up there, we accomplished nothing outside of getting absolutely rickrolled and being immediately forced out of it. So like, I just think if we were gonna do that as a unit, we needed a better plan when going up there, or having a better escape option, I guess was my point. And then, like I said, I had also called out, like, we knew the Pharah was going to ult this fight. There was no shot that they weren't going to use it after as how long they had been holding it. We called it out, we knew it was happening, and then she rocks it and gets 2 people with it. And that's like you're not a tank main, and by no means are you a diva main, so it's not like I'm like you should have just been better at DMing it, but like it's being situationally aware, and like what I talked about you the other day of like if you're calling that you're swapping and like you're swapping to the diva to help deal with the Pharah, and that's like your main priority, like you gotta deal with it. You gotta deal with it, right? Like that person should not be playing Overwatch. You gotta shut them down, which is why I said after watching this again, I've noticed that you're early on your rockets when you dive into her. You pop your rockets and then hit your jets where you want to jet at them, and then DM the shot that they're gonna shoot at you. And once you're within lethal range, you pop your rockets for the burst damage and the damage of your jet boop, and that should basically insta kill her.
Is it still a thing where you can kill Pharah with the collateral from her own?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, but that's why it's so important to have like you jump at them with the diva jets, and then once you're within lethal range of your micro missiles, that's when you pop it. Because if you pop it and then jet at them, you're now working to aim the rockets while flying at them while thinking about your DM, when you should just fly at them and pop them right when you're at lethal. And you're just shotgunning them basically. And that's generally the process for just using the micro missiles in general, because their burst damage is so high now that it pretty much should insta shred down any character that's not a tank. Like they're just that. So that's I guess more over
Noted.
my notes on the situation as a whole. Of like I don't mind going to the high ground. I don't mind doing the swaps, but just when we're doing things, we gotta like really. It all inevitably goes back to make a better plan, execute the plan better. You know, the P's and Q's of team comping. You know.
Anything else?
I'm good.
All right. No, I remember you bringing it up. I didn't know.
The Pharah come from where we were. Back it up. Is the Pharah? Because she's flying down bridge. Did she come up top with?
Yeah, she
Okay, she
was
did
here.
come up with everybody. Okay.
Yeah, well, like I said, my point was like your focus was you needed to be kind of headhunting her, and even if they did walk up that staircase, right? Like, let's say they when they all walk up through this tunnel, even then it's like you can make an argument of just jet boost at them because you can cancel it, jet boost with DM out, and pop your micro missiles because if you
play it back,
like,
I might
kill somebody.
Yeah.
But
Play it back sandwich from the walk up.
Like it's definitely a higher class canny of a play. We're already past it.
Yep. Just right here. Right here's fine.
Fuck it.
Yep.
Because yeah, he remax and comes up top. Yeah, Far's just walking up with the crew for some reason. Yeah,
Okay, I do shoot my missiles when they were walking through. I just didn't have my boost.
They were also in an enclosed space. You didn't really need the boost.
No, he had to boost to get up there.
Yeah.
But when Diva jets her
okay, and so far it was main. I think I do chase her down. I'm just late on my DM, so I hit my DM right here.
How much DM did you have? Oh, does it only show if the
if it's open? Yeah.
Oh, it's full. By the way, as a yeah, I was gonna say most common way to protect people from a Pharah ult. Aim at the people, not at the Pharah. Unless you can look directly at the Pharah and cover her, It's more consistent and better to cover your own people.
Or hear me out. See the Pharah's low health and shoot her.
By the time he's able to kill her, they're both going to be dead. So it probably would have just been better to try DMing his people.
Either way.
I mean, like from the run up from here, yeah, maybe I can definitely see the full blitz, but the rockets should be on cooldown. Yeah.
Well, no,
Actually, did he?
I can't believe, dude, with how wide DM's fucking E is. I can't believe I didn't get those rockets.
Because I'm pretty sure it's just like
I see her go. I see her go.
Yeah, so that is pretty much what Tree was talking about, and you pretty much were doing what he said. You just have
your rockets are just early.
I wouldn't say early. I would just say he's missing because he wasn't predicting the pathway. He was trading them like they were hit scan and not projectiles because he was aiming directly at the Pharah who's actively moving, so the rockets slightly miss. If he aimed like at the front of the Pharah or like slightly ahead, they all would have hit her and she would have died. Because I mean, don't the rockets not have spread? They just kind of like go straight.
So they do spread a little bit, but I don't think it's super dramatic.
It's because there's a spread in the center.
So, but anyways, like I said, my point over with it was like the order of operations is jet at the target, make sure you're lined up, and then once you're within like I think it's like 10 meters, that's when you micro missile.
Stay on target.
Yeah, basically you X-wing down the Death Star trench run into this motherfucker, and then you proton torpedo them right up the pooper. Like that's
the forest brick.
That's effectively the order of operations, where his order of operations was he saw the Pharah go, he popped micro missiles and jets at the exact same time, which means by the time he was really lined up, which is basically right here, he doesn't have the missiles anymore. So now he's forced to basically just hold DM and pray. Like that's what I'm saying is the difference is if like micro missiling right here
kills the Pharah.
Kills the Pharah. Pharah's dead, and now you're Gucci. Like that's what I'm saying is the difference of timing on like order of operations with the diva play on the Pharah. That's the point.
Yeah.
And like sometimes it's not as fluid as that. I know, like it's all situational, but
Sandwich? Can you go back? Did I pop the missiles before the Pharah flew?
No, you popped the missiles when the Pharah was right here, and you were still like in the like like you saw them jump up, and then you popped missiles around there, and then
okay. I just don't see trails. I just don't see the trails. That's why I was asking. Like, just play it from the before I launch. Like 10 seconds.
There, because you see the Pharah jump up.
Once she jumps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see him now. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why it says like that's why it's important to like you just gotta line up and be closer.
Yeah. I hate that escape doesn't lower the fucking thing.
Lol.
Mm-hmm. I think it's N.
It is.
You can use Control P to pause and play. By the way.
Oh my god. Why is it that?
Oh my god. Yo, you want a job?
Where the fuck have you been? Are you kidding me?
Buddy, I'm actually an absolute pro at like the replay thing. I can show you everything you need to know to be an absolute pro.
Why is it not in this list though?
It's in.
It is somewhere. It is somewhere in interface or something.
It's in the spectate tab. This is the keybind you're talking about. Why is it not in fucking replay?
I do not know.
That is awesome. Ronan's the GOAT.
God, fucking tag, get trade, please. God, you know so much more than us. Like with the fucking epic pen, the fucking keybinds. Jesus.
Well, I've had a private coach for like 6 months that has been doing that shit like weekly, so I picked up a thing or two.
Fair enough, man.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
That's where Farah goes when you kill her correctly.
That's a fucking Anna shot. How?
Hey man, don't mess with the grandma.
Bro, I've heard of grandma putting a bitch in her place. I didn't expect putting a bitch into space. Jesus Christ.
That's
Hey man,
awesome.
the ragdolls are great in this game.
That's fantastic for multitudes of reasons.
Wait, hold on, wait. What the fuck?
Hit that control P, big dog.
Okay, wait. No, I'm good. Fuck it. Hold, wait, can I fucking bind this to a better button then?
Yeah, just
You
P.
can.
Well, actually, no, because I know what normal P is.
I don't have V. So is it really? I fucking hate this game. I'm so mad. By the way, this was a beautiful hold by Rio, right there. It costed them so much time. Which, if it was a more even game, that would have been fucking brutal for them.
Sandwich, I'm gonna be AFK for
Alright. By the way, this is so while I was going through it, I saw this and I'm like, what the fuck's Brick doing?
I pressed shift. It did not fly. I don't know why. Was I in the trap?
So what happened was, I'm fucking slowing this down.
Because I was so confused. I'm like, I know I pressed shift to fly.
Yeah, so the Junkrat throws that trap. You're building you're prepping. You look up, and as soon as you hit the trap, you tap shift. Like it was frame perfect.
Instant. Okay.
It is.
I was like,
so
why did
unlucky
this
that
not fly? Okay, I was like, why did this not fly right
Dude,
on that corner?
When I first saw it, I was looking at it like this. I'm like, what the fuck, Brick? Like, I was like, what the fuck is that? He's smart enough to throw it. And it took me a while to notice the trap was stuck to you. No, that was just incredibly unlucky. And
Pixel perfect, because I didn't even get a notification trapped.
Yeah. Oh, is this the second time he does it? I think it... Yeah.
Come here, bitch.
He fucking loves...
Like, fuck you, Queen. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do, man?
Yeah, he just loves executing the Queen. Oh god. Real quick, I think we passed it. Where was it?
Okay, I got my headset back on.
No.
Here's Old Yeller.
Yeah. Yeah, wasn't here. Damn, I guess it is ahead. Brick almost C9's there.
Almost.
Oh! I don't remember when it happened. Rio, you went fucking... Hold on. I'm going back to when you swapped.
Who, me?
Okay, cool.
No. Fucking... Why? Fuck Moiras. They're so goddamn useless as a character. I hate it. I hate it so much.
He gets like a 2K on this next play. 3K.
Okay, but I raise you, Zen could do the same thing and be more useful to the team.
Or Baptiste.
Yeah, there's so many characters that have the same DPS, they just have slightly less survivability. I despise Moira's. I hate it so much.
You notice
only because you played with Saiyan.
There's 3 select support characters that are on the crap list if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, and I'm very vocal about all 3 of them. Moira, Lifeweaver, and fucking Mercy.
Oh sweet, I can still play Alari.
For Brick, there's 4.
There it is.
That's wild.
Apparently our Mount Rushmore does have 4 people.
Nah, like, Alari can be incredibly strong, because she has her Pylon, which is just a Lifeweaver.
Go to Mom.
And then she also has her Moira equivalent Piss. It's just a really weird straight beam. Like, Ilari is just Lifeweaver and Moira combined and just better at both of their jobs. Oh, man. I had to go really far back. Well, old Yeller time, I guess.
I felt that riptire in my soul, Ricky. I just want you to know. It was just so like, yeah, poof. I was like,
real
no.
Quick, Ronan, have you ever seen anyone use this ledge?
Yeah, I use it all the time.
I also forgot it existed. I've never seen anyone use this high ground ever.
The only reason I hate to use it is because you're kind of still in the death funnel, so I prefer to use the 2 platforms on either side.
I mean, I can definitely see that, but like a soldier right here is
like... Oh yeah, a soldier with like pocket or nano and visor can be lethal here.
Because I mean, he has his beer can for sustainability. If he gets burnt down too much, he can always back up for the pad or the heal kit. He also has just a straight choke here. So like they have to just come straight into like this one. You're so open. You don't have the tank taking aggro for you, and you just get domed. Like so
well, that really depends on a couple things on their comp, what they have, and at the end there, when they're trying to push that in, I guarantee you, especially if I prefer the other one when they're in OT panic. Nobody looks at me up here. Nobody.
I definitely like this one a hell of a lot more than that one. But most people, unless they have a movement, because like that one everyone can get to because there's stairs, and same with that one. But this one only like people with actual vertical mobility can get up here, unless you have a Lifeweaver. Which, if you have a Lifeweaver, that explains why you're in OT right here.
Yeah. Also, might I point out the insanely close to C9 yellow came 0.01 meter.
Yes. That's actually up ahead.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's this next fight.
I thought it was just happened with the with me flying up the Farah.
Oh. No, tree diving on point as soldier is the 0.01.
Oh, okay.
No, the other thing, the reason I paused right there specifically is because I also wanted to bring up I don't like this kind of playstyle as Reaper. There's definitely value in hiding in corners and being a little rat, but I don't like how long he's doing it. Because yeah, sure, you can't really do anything against the Junker Queen, but like when like this entire time he wasn't participating in the team fight, and then he just said fuck it and shot his guns anyway, so they all know exactly where he is already.
Yeah, I think I did think at that point she was shooting at me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Junker Queen obviously would have noticed you, but if you were like actually trying to be sneaky, you would have just sat here. But like, I hate trying to get these like super sneaky like hide in a corner plays, because usually it just all it means is it's a 4v5. And in this game, being down a person is lethal, even if it's a not very important role like DPS.
Yeah, I was like, I was waiting until they pushed in a little bit more, but
yeah,
right now it's kind of poke. But yeah,
it definitely is very unlucky that they all just kind of sat back here and we're just kind of vibing. But still, at the same time, you could have been like here, for example, when the Junker Queen pushed up and was kind of brawling your diva. You could have at least put the DPS passive on her.
Yeah,
then,
I'll keep it in. I'll keep it in mind for sure, because like I wouldn't have been waiting for so long if they hadn't waited for so long. If that makes any sense. But
another way you could have done it that, in my opinion, would have been better after after you guys won the team fight and you had time to set up. You could have also TP'd back here. Where is it? Oh, did they? Am I fucking losing my shit? I thought there was something.
The health pack's on the back left.
I'm not looking for the health pack. I thought there was like something here.
I think there is normally a box there.
No more Anders run. Fuck this map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it might just be the Halloween map.
Okay, that makes sense. I honestly fully thought I was losing my shit there.
No, I think there is a box
something here that you can kind of like hide behind, and as long as you don't move or shoot, nobody looks at it. And once everyone's passed, you can kind of just wiggle around it and then dive in.
That one I think I don't love as much, just because like I don't think I get out with Wraith. I don't think the last one. I don't think I'd have to get Suzu'd.
That's where TP comes in, because like as soon as the Pharah turns around, you TP out instantly. You TP out and then pop Wraith, and then you get out, because they have enough time for Pharah to shoot one rocket at you by the time you're invincible, and then you're all the way up here. You can Wraith, and then you get heals.
Makes sense.
But like,
yeah, that or just the default of just stay up with your diva and brawl with her.
Yeah,
to be honest,
I really don't like these back plays with Reaper. That's pretty much my TLDR. I like brawling with the tank. Because, I mean, this is where the healing's at, let's be fair. And with a Moira, he's just going to spray piss in a circle, and then you're probably going to get a lot of healing, because...
Get doused in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I expected their backline to turn the corner. If they didn't, I should have made a different play sooner.
Okay. You do. Yeah, you pretty much just back out immediately as soon as they push in.
Time for the reckoning.
Yeah, right here is the point one.
No.
So, that's pretty much the end of the game. Let me just get final stats, because, yeah, there you go. Like I said earlier, DPS definitely picked their shit up on defense. It's a lot closer than it was on attack. And the DPS, or not DPS, the tank stats represent more of what I would expect a Diamond v Gold to go with the whole... Because let's be honest. There was probably no way Brick would actually win a 1v1 against their tank. Because, I mean, there's a major difference between Diamond and Plat players, and then let alone Diamond and Gold. I also would like to just... Ricky was also voicing the feeling of having... She felt like she wasn't getting... dealing the healing that she needed. But I would just like to point out the fucking 4,000 healing difference between the two teams. Jesus Christ! How the fuck did
and her having lobby healing?
Yeah. Nah, this game, I truly think something was up with the DPS on attack, and then there wasn't much you guys could have done on defense. Because, I mean, tank gap is not really Brick's fault. That's just a fucking rank gap being shown.
Sorry, Chef. I'll uninstall.
Thank God. That means I don't have to play this game as much.
You're not that lucky.
That means you don't have to play it at all. You wouldn't play with me.
No, I'd probably still log. Well, no, actually, I got my friend hooked on Stadium.
Okay.
So good.
Dude, it was he got so hooked. He started fucking solo queuing like less